Hey everybody, this is CJ,
And I'm Rain.
and we're embracing paradise. And today's video is our top 5 reasons why we're leaving Texas to head to Punta Cana. Um, was it an easy decision for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What
about for you?
what made it easy for you?
I think because I'm from there, it was a
Yeah,
lot
but
simpler for me.
you didn't grow up there, and especially in Punta Cana, so it's
I
like
think that's all the more reason why I was like, yeah, let's go. That gives me I feel like a connection to the island where
hmm
I want to, learn more, but
yeah.
that was for me that's one of the reasons why it was easy. Plus speaking the language, you know what I mean?
hmm
So
Yeah.
was it easy for you?
Yeah, just because I need a change of pace. Um, when we vacation there, it's like I always said, yeah, I can live here. I can live here. Um, it was easy. And plus, as you know, growing up, I really haven't ever traveled much, and now, since we've been together, you opened my horizons, and I love traveling. So I've always had the idea of living abroad. So this is the first step. So yeah, let's get into this list. So we'll start from 5 and work our way down to 1. I'll start with 5. I'd say, and now this list is agreed upon that we kind of, work together
Mm-hmm.
through. So yeah, number 5 is meeting other expats and people with the same mindset that we have that already made the move or, will make the move. That kind of has the same vision as us. If you want to elaborate on that more.
Yeah, I mean, we do work a lot, so I feel like we don't have a lot of time to socialize with others.
hmm
And I feel like moving to DR will open a lot more opportunities for us to be able to socialize
and give us our
with
time
people.
back.
Yeah.
Because you work long days, and there's days that I have to work on the weekend till 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and that's not what life is supposed to be about.
Like you said in our first video, times God's time
God's
God's yeah,
currency is time.
yeah. I
hmm
always get that messed
Yeah,
up.
God's currency is time, and I truly believe it. And we only have so much time, and we don't know when our time's up. So you might as well just live life and make the best of it. Number 4, opportunity to focus on growing our businesses. So we own a we own a business. I'm actually a trying to become an entrepreneur, I guess you want to say. Um, I'm in the process of acquiring 2 more. I've also helped a friend start his business. I have some software development background that um, I've created a few apps for businesses. So um, I'm gonna latch onto his business. He asked me to become the vice president of his company. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to, and just growing our businesses. Since we work so much, the free time that we have goes into the little free time we have goes into trying to build our businesses. Now with the move, it'll actually give us time back to focus further and build it further. Number 3, if you want to touch on that.
Sure. So our third reason is adventure and just get a cultural reset.
hmm
It'll give us more time to spend, like we can spend more time together, just going to the island, going to different places, and just going on different little road trips here and there and everywhere.
hmm
And I think your number one reason when it comes to number three is the food.
Oh yeah, definitely love the food. Um, you know, um, anything Dominican related when it comes to food, I'm there, except fish. and,
We're working on that.
yeah, and we're working on that. But if it's cooked right, I'll try it. So I'm open to anything. When we were there recently, all I talked about was the food,
Mhm.
the chicharron, the mofongo de chicharron. What else did we have?
The one thing that you say almost every day that you want pica pollo.
Pica pollo, tres golpe. So that's definitely one thing I'm looking forward to, and it's honestly not the processed bullshit that you get here. it's fresh every day, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And I think another thing I would like to add to that is just the friendliness of the people. Like
Yeah.
everyone considers you family, even if they don't know you.
Mhm.
Like during our trip in Punta Cana, we had a flat
Two flats.
twice, and we stopped at a gas station,
Hmm.
and CJ, who doesn't really speak Spanish, was
Hmm.
able to get him fixed.
Hmm.
And they didn't ask us for money or ask for
Yep.
anything. They came up to the car and said, "Hey, what can we do? What can we
Hmm.
help you?" So I think that
Yeah.
that is a big push as well to
Yeah.
get us there.
I would, just based off of that story, I always said if that would happen here in Texas, I'd be on the side of the road, waiting for,
AAA.
AAA to come help. No one's going to stop and help. Um, but just to touch on the adventure thing, I can't wait just to explore the island and see what it has to offer, whether it's the beaches and or like the wooded, the it's not, I guess, jungle. I don't know what
It's
you would
not
want to
really a
call it.
jungle, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Um, what's one place that you're looking forward to visiting? I guess I have
Um,
my place, and it's weird, but
what's your place? I want to hear.
Costanza.
Oh, Costanza is
Uh huh.
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more of
And I say it's weird. Sorry to cut you off. I say it's weird because, um, from my understanding, it kind of gets cold there because of the elevation. So it's
mhm.
like we're leaving Texas, where it fluctuates, hot, cold, and you'd think going to a tropical island, you're looking forward to the summer weather year round, which I am. But I think it's just cool that you can go to a place like that and then still experience,
Mhm.
the low temperatures, I guess you want to say. And
Yeah.
from my understanding, they also say like it could snow there a little bit.
A dusting.
Yeah, dusting. Yeah, okay, that's cool though. Just so yeah, I'm in DR and I was in a dusting.
And I
Doesn't
saw
make sense.
snow.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's your place?
For me, honestly, it's more of anywhere historical.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
Although I hated history in high school or in
I
school
love history.
altogether, but it's so interesting now as an adult for me to kind of understand, especially like seeing how some of the words that we use to this day are
Hmm.
actually Taino words,
Yep.
which is super dope and super cool to me. So I look forward to kind of knowing more about the history
Yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah. I wanna. I love history, and I've already looked up that there's like places that you can go to see like the old Taino like engravings, I guess, in the caves, the
Hmm.
caverns. That's so cool to me. So I would definitely want to see that kind of stuff, and even to the point of finding a genealogist for you to
Yeah.
see like what it was like for your family, see how far they can trace back.
Yeah.
So I like that kind of stuff. Um, Number two, we have freedom from the U.S. hustle culture. Um, if you're American and you have a job, it's hustle and bustle. It's always a rat race. It's always, um, I guess you want to say, like competing with the next person because of like what they have or what you
What they've
want, what they
accomplished.
accomplished. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, um,
Or always trying to like climb the corporate ladder. Like,
yeah,
why do I need to climb the corporate ladder? Let me just collect my money so I can pay my bills and move on with my
yeah,
life.
and it's getting to the point where um, a lot of people aren't making enough money to pay their bills, and they're
Hmm.
working 60 hours a week, and then having to have a little side hustle, whether it's like a DoorDash or an Uber, and they're just trying to make ends meet.
I mean,
Um,
speaking of 60 hours a week, I literally worked a 60-hour week this week.
yeah,
I've
you were up at what, 5:30?
no, I started work at 5:30, so I
Yeah,
was getting up at 4:30. No, I started work at 5, excuse me, and I got up at 4:30.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
I've had 12 to 13-hour days just because of what I do for work. I work with people all over the world, and
Hmm.
so if I am on the phone or I need to be on a meeting with someone in, I don't know, in Singapore, I need to be,
Adjust
yeah,
to
I
their
need to
time
be
zone.
online for their hours, but I still need to be online for all the other US time zones. So
Hmm.
it's those days are very long days for me.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, like I don't start as early as you, but um, sometimes it takes forever to get software set up or make sure it's working correctly for a location, and if it's not, and you gotta troubleshoot it or send it off to
Yep.
get recoding or whatever it is, and you got to make sure it's working. So it could turn into a 10-hour day, 11-hour day, and then you're sitting at a desk all day. And yeah, I'm done with that bullshit.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep. And then you want to touch on number one, which is, I think it's a pretty obvious one.
Yeah, so our number one reason is just to live that tropical lifestyle and just, have that tropical climate,
Mhm.
more of that laid back lifestyle of, it is, even if it's 10 a.m. on a Tuesday and I'm just getting out of bed, whatever. Like
Yep.
that's what I'm looking for. I think it also ties in kind of to like number two, where in the States um you live to work. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to work what I need to work, the X amount of hours that I need to, so I can go ahead and live my life after that. I don't
Mhm.
want to just be tied to a desk. In addition to, I freaking love the summer.
Yeah, I agree.
And Texas used to always feel like summertime when I first got here in 2011. And now we joke around all the time and say, shit, maybe we brought New
New
York
York
with
weather.
us because it's
Mhm.
cold. There's
Yep.
there's days that we've gotten snowstorms. I mean, we've
Mhm.
gotten ice
Ice
storms.
storms. Yeah.
So just being able to have that summer all year around, would be great.
Mhm.
Uh, and I love the beach.
Yeah, I agree. I love the beach. E- ever growing up, I've loved the beach, going in the water, things like that. But as a gringo, we need to figure out how to stay, or how to not get burned, so I don't look like a lobster all year round.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, those are our top five reasons why we're leaving uh, Texas to head to Punta Cana. Is there any final thoughts that you had? You excited?
I am. I was gonna say I don't have any final thoughts. I just want to get there already.
Hmm.
Every minute that I'm not working or I'm not, like doing something in the home, like cooking or taking care of the dogs or whatever, I'm literally walking around the house and just taking stuff off the walls. It's like, oh, I passed by this wall and there was a picture. Let me just take it down on my way there,
Hmm.
like on my way to where I'm going. I'm just ready to go.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited about it because we get to show people that it is possible, that they don't have to be stuck in the mindset of work nonstop. And like you said, a lot of people, especially here in the states, have the mindset of working to live, or
Living to work.
sorry, yeah, live to work rather than working to live. um, and I'm sure there's many other people out there working, hell, maybe even more, probably 70, 80-hour weeks, and they don't get to enjoy their family or their loved one, or anything other than work. And like I said earlier, it's not how life is supposed to be. But yeah, we will wrap it up there. Just make sure you like, subscribe, go check out our Instagram channel. Um,
Our Instagram is We Are Embracing
yep.
Paradise. Make sure also to hit that bell so that whenever we post something, you get that
Yeah.
notification. And in the comments, just let us know what would be your one of your reasons why you
Yeah.
would move.
And if you've already moved,
What were your
yeah,
reasons?
what were your reasons? Or if you're thinking about it, if you have any questions, I know we're only in the process of, we're selling our house, but I feel like we've learned a lot that we could help others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.